Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into the full story of episode 93. In the previous episode, the Tathagata and the Tao Master joined forces in a devastating assault against Emperor Yangfeng. Although the Emperor unleashed the overwhelming power of the Nine Dragons Emperor Art, he was ultimately outmatched and suffered catastrophic injuries. Just as the battle seemed lost, Ma Yi and Blind Grandpa arrived while searching for Granny C. Blind Grandpa held off both the Tathagata and the Tao Master, buying enough time for Ma Yi to rescue the dying emperor. Qin Mu also rushed to the battlefield, but even the two elders believed Emperor Yangfeng had little chance of surviving. Now, let's continue with episode 93. After escaping the battlefield, Emperor Yangfeng's condition rapidly deteriorated. His body was covered with horrifying wounds. Blood poured continuously from every injury, while his vital energy and blood essence drained away at an alarming rate. Deep within his body, every divine treasure began collapsing one after another. Deafening rumbles echoed from within him as though heaven and earth themselves were crumbling apart. The moment Qin Mu examined him, his expression changed. If nothing was done immediately, the emperor would not survive another hour. Weakly opening his eyes, Emperor Yangfeng looked at Qin Mu. Can I still be saved? Without wasting another second, Qin Mu immediately examined every injury. He first activated the creation Heavenly Demon Art, sealing the emperor's soul firmly inside his body so it could not drift away. Next, he spread precious dragon saliva across every wound before giving some to Emperor Yangfeng to drink, barely preserving the last traces of his life. Yet Qin Mu knew these measures only delayed death. The true problem lay much deeper. The emperor's divine treasures were collapsing continuously. Every secret realm inside his body was breaking apart, while nearly all of his vital energy and blood had already been exhausted. Ordinarily, Qin Mu could simply administer the blood glory pill to restore his vitality. But Emperor Yangfeng was no ordinary cultivator. If his immense cultivation suddenly regained enough energy while the collapsing divine treasures remained unstable, the tremendous power trapped inside them would erupt uncontrollably. His body would explode from within. Not only would the emperor die instantly, even Qin Mu and Dragon Qilin would likely be caught in the explosion. After careful consideration, Qin Mu reached a conclusion. The chaotic power inside the divine treasures had to be sealed before restoring the emperor's life force. Unfortunately, Qin Mu lacked the cultivation necessary to suppress Emperor Yangfeng's immense power. Using silver needles to redirect the energy was impossible. The overwhelming force inside the divine treasures would melt them instantly. There was another possibility. A powerful poison capable of dissolving cultivation. But that option carried even greater risks. A single mistake could completely destroy the emperor's body. Finally, Qin Mu thought of someone. Granny C. Only her strength might be sufficient to suppress the violent power raging inside Emperor Yangfeng's divine treasures. Without hesitation, Qin Mu ordered Dragon Qilin to race toward Granny Ci's residence. Throughout the journey, Qin Mu continuously wrapped the emperor in his own vital energy, preventing every bump from worsening his injuries while desperately preserving his fading life. When Granny C saw Qin Mu carrying the emperor into her home, she was utterly stunned. Unable to resist teasing him, she joked. So you've decided to skin the emperor and become the new emperor yourself? But her smile quickly disappeared. She reminded Qin Mu that Lai Tianxing still resided within her body. Once night arrived, he would awaken again. Ignoring everything else, Qin Mu pleaded with Granny C to help seal the emperor's divine treasures while he searched for the medicines needed to restore his life. Granny C agreed. But she gave him only one warning. Return before sunset. Qin Mu immediately rushed toward the nearest city, Yancheng. Because the surrounding region had recently suffered numerous disasters, medicinal supplies were scarce. One pharmacy lacked herbs. Another lacked spirit medicines. A third had only incomplete ingredients. Qin Mu ran from shop to shop until, after tremendous effort, he finally gathered everything required to replenish Emperor Yangfeng's blood and vital energy. Without stopping to rest, he hurried back. Fortunately, he returned before the sun disappeared beneath the horizon. Granny C had successfully sealed the violent energy trapped inside the emperor's divine treasures, temporarily preventing them from completely collapsing. His life had been preserved, but only barely. Granny C then revealed another terrible truth. The emperor's body had become so weak that once Qin Mu removed the creation Heavenly Demon Art, his body might no longer be capable of containing his soul. If that happened, death would be inevitable. Qin Mu refused to accept such an outcome. As long as he still has one breath left, I can still save him. Qin Mu immediately began treating the emperor. He administered the blood glory pill to replenish blood and vitality. He followed it with the spirit Buddha pill, restoring spiritual power. Using his own vital energy, he carefully guided every trace of medicinal power throughout the emperor's body. Countless silver needles pierced Emperor Yangfeng's meridians, directing healing energy toward every damaged region. Meanwhile, Qin Mu continuously refined additional spirit pills without pause. However, night finally arrived. And with it, Lai Tianxing awakened once again. A seductive laugh echoed through the room. Lai Tianxing smiled coldly. Tonight, he intended to kill Emperor Yangfeng, peel away his skin, and take his identity to rule the empire himself. Qin Mu understood one thing perfectly. Fighting Lai Tianxing head-on was impossible. So instead, he chose to delay him. Qin Mu began demonstrating countless profound techniques from the great educational heavenly devil. Scripture. He activated the creation earth origin art, drawing earth essence and heavenly spiritual energy to nourish Emperor Yangfeng's primordial spirit. Next came the creation spirit art, repairing damaged flesh and meridians. Finally, the creation ghost and god art stabilized the emperor's scattered soul. Lai Tianxing watched silently. The more he watched, the more shocked he became. He had cultivated these exact techniques himself as the former leader of the Heavenly Saint cult. But Qin Mu's understanding was completely different. Lai Tianxing used these arts to seize power from heaven, earth, and other living beings. Qin Mu used them to restore life, to heal, to nurture body, soul, primordial spirit, and divine treasures together. The same demonic arts. Yet in Qin Mu's hands, they became techniques capable of saving lives rather than destroying them. Lai Tianxing found himself completely captivated. Before he realized it, he had forgotten why he came. Instead of killing Emperor Yangfeng, he spent the entire night observing Qin Mu's cultivation. By the time the rooster crowed and dawn broke, Lai Tianxing reluctantly withdrew. Before disappearing, he left behind one final warning. I'll spare you tonight. But tomorrow night, I'll kill every one of you. After an entire night of treatment, Emperor Yangfeng finally regained consciousness. Believing his condition had improved, Qin Mu carefully removed the creation heavenly demon art sealing the emperor's soul. The instant the seal disappeared, everything went wrong. The emperor's body immediately lost control. Unable to contain his weakened soul, 2 souls and 2 spirits among his 3 souls and 7 spirits flew out of his body, heading directly toward Yudu. Qin Mu reacted instantly. Using a soul-guiding talisman, he forcibly pulled them back into the emperor's body. Only then did Qin Mu realize the horrifying truth. The emperor's injuries were far worse than anyone had imagined. Even if his body survived, his soul could no longer remain inside it. At that very moment, Lai Tianxing's laughter echoed outside once again. If you have no new tricks today, I'll kill him. Qin Mu calmly sealed Emperor Yangfeng's senses before standing up to face him. He transformed into the Star Guardian, then activated the Earth Marquee True technique. Behind Qin Mu, the mysterious gate of heavenly passage slowly emerged. A strange and ancient aura filled the entire room. Even Granny C rushed outside in disbelief. The Earth Marquee True technique Qin Mu displayed was unlike anything she had ever cultivated. Even the gate of heavenly passage itself contained mysteries she had never witnessed before. Once again, Qin Mu had found an entirely new path. Rather than fighting immediately, Qin Mu and Lai Tianxing continued debating cultivation. Lai Tianxing became fascinated by the mysterious ancient book and gate of heavenly passage, manifested through Qin Mu's technique. Qin Mu calmly declared, "You don't actually understand the true Earth Marquee True technique." He even offered to teach her. Lai Tianxing exploded with anger. She had once ruled the Heavenly Saint cult. How could a mere junior possibly teach her? Yet Qin Mu insisted she misunderstood the true path. To further investigate Emperor Yangfeng's injuries, Qin Mu activated the 9 heavens opening eye technique. A mysterious third eye opened upon his forehead. Unlike an ordinary eye, this one seemed connected to a dark world beyond the mortal realm. Through it, Qin Mu saw directly into the emperor's body. His primordial spirit stood upon the divine bridge, once attempting to cross toward godhood. But every secret realm had suffered catastrophic destruction. His primordial spirit had been gravely wounded. His soul had fragmented. His 3 souls and 7 spirits were no longer complete. Only then did Qin Mu understand. This, not the physical injuries, was the true reason the emperor could no longer survive. Determined to investigate further, Qin Mu used the Demon Shadow Illusion Demon Art together with the Heaven Law and Mustard Seed Art. His body rapidly shrank before transforming into a shadow that entered Emperor Yangfeng's body. Lai Tianxing followed close behind. Their first destination was the Spirit Embryo Divine Treasure. The sight was horrifying. The entire world inside had collapsed. The sky was fractured. The earth split apart. Endless rivers of blood poured down like waterfalls. Worst of all, a brilliant sword intent still streaked across the ruined landscape, destroying everything it touched. Qin Mu immediately recognized it. The lingering sword intent of the Tao Master. Even Lai Tianxing was astonished. The Dao Master had been powerful enough to leave an immortal sword intent inside the Emperor's body. Qin Mu asked whether she could remove it. Lai Tianqing smirked. And why should I help? Qin Mu simply smiled. You've already learned so much from me. Consider this repayment. Snorting, Lai Tianqing finally acted. Her 10 fingers intertwined. Endless streams of vital energy formed one spatial cage after another. Layer upon layer. Dimension within dimension. Until a countless fold spatial prison appeared. She hurled it toward the sword intent. The instant they collided, the terrifying sword intent disappeared into the endless spatial layers. Lai Tianqing casually caught the sealed cube in one hand. Qin Mu praised the technique. The multidimensional spatial sealing art. Proudly, Lai Tianqing replied. Knowing its name doesn't mean you know how to use it. Qin Mu smiled. Then immediately recreated the same technique. Although his cultivation remained far weaker, his understanding of mathematics and spatial principles allowed him to reproduce its structure. Almost perfectly. Lai Tianqing snorted. But inwardly, she was once again astonished. The two continued deeper into Emperor Yangfeng's body. Inside the 5 elements divine treasure, 5 enormous Buddhas represented the 5 heavenly stars. With a casual flick of her fingers, Lai Tianqing released 5 crimson lotus flowers. The Buddhas withered instantly before dissolving into pure energy. The red lotus demon heart curse, Qin Mu observed. Then he performed it himself. Although his cultivation remained weaker, his version proved even purer than Lai Tianqing's. The lotus he created burned with genuine karmic fire. Even Lai Tianqing couldn't hide her surprise. Next came the 6 directions divine treasure. It had nearly collapsed. A layer of heaven floated above while countless gods and Buddhas continued bombarding the divine treasure. Lai Tianqing sighed. There is no saving him. Every divine treasure has been destroyed. Even if he survives, he'll only become a cripple. She questioned whether Qin Mu's efforts were truly worthwhile. Qin Mu answered without hesitation. For the future of the heavenly saint cult, I must save him. For the first time, Lai Tianqing said nothing. Instead, she quietly helped gather the remaining divine power left behind by the Tathagata. Though no longer the cult leader, she still wished to protect the heavenly saint cult. Inside the 7 stars divine treasure, both the sun and moon had already been shattered. 2 divine swords floated endlessly through the sky. Confused, Qin Mu asked why the 7 stars contained only the sun and moon. Lai Tianqing explained. The remaining 5 stars were actually the 5 elements divine treasure. Together, the 2 formed a complete heavenly system. She continued explaining cultivation. Upon reaching the life and death realm, darkness beneath the spirit embryo opened the path toward Yudu. Upon reaching the divine bridge realm, the divine bridge connected directly to the heavenly court. But Emperor Yangfeng's bridge had completely shattered. Countless fragments continued raining downward, crushing every divine treasure below. Lai Tianqing quietly concluded. The emperor had truly become crippled. She even proposed wearing his skin and ruling Da Qing herself for the benefit of the heavenly saint cult. Qin Mu immediately refused. You'd only bring disaster to the people. Laughing mischievously, Lai Tianqing replied. If I become empress, I'll make you my imperial consort. Qin Mu instantly sealed his senses, refusing to be affected by her irresistible charm. After exploring every divine treasure, the truth finally became undeniable. The spirit embryo, 5 elements, 6 directions, 7 stars, life and death, and divine bridge had all suffered devastating destruction. Most critically, the shattered divine bridge had severed Emperor Yangfeng's path toward becoming a god. By every reasonable standard, his cultivation was finished. Yet Qin Mu still refused to surrender. This journey through the emperor's body not only revealed the true extent of his injuries but also deepened Qin Mu's understanding of every cultivation realm, from the spirit embryo to the divine bridge, and the intricate connections between each divine treasure. Meanwhile, Lai Tianqing found himself increasingly captivated by Qin Mu's unprecedented understanding of cultivation. Though once bitter enemies, the two now stood side by side with a single goal: finding a way to save Emperor Yangfeng. Whether Qin Mu can truly accomplish the impossible, we'll discover that in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the next episode. See you next time.